schools here, was able to do Running Start, graduated from Seattle Youth, both in undergrad and graduate education. And for the last 14 years, I started when I was 5. Just kidding. When I was 19, have been working on the human service side and worked for the Housing Authority, Seattle Public Schools, and currently work for King County in this initiative called Best Starts for Kids, where I lead the youth development strategy work for the initiative. I am a mother. I have 2 children, as Suad mentioned, Amani and Khalid. They are the light of my life, and I keep telling them, like, please stop aging. I don't know what's happening. Our daughter's almost my height, and I think she's going to be taller than me at some point, and I don't know why. Why are you getting old? Refuse. Like, please stop the universe. So I'm doing the whole remote learning thing while working full time, finishing up a doctorate in educational leadership and organizational learning at SU, God willing, in June, and running for office, which has been an exciting journey thus far, running for King County Council District 5, which covers 7 cities in South King County, including the city where I grew up in the city of Kent, SeaTac, Tukwila, Burien, Des Moines, Normandy Park, and Renton. We have been able to get a number of supports from community, including a little over 130 endorsements from elected officials to young people to folks doing the work on the ground every day. And I'm excited about the possibility of being the first Black woman in a county council position in Washington state, God willing. And I know I will get there with your support, inshallah.
Wow, that was amazing. Thank you so much, Shukri. I don't know. I'm just excited. I lost word. I don't know. Just me seeing your face in a long time, or just, I don't know. I'm normally not this tongue-tied. I'm a very chatter. You know me.
I know you,
lot,
yeah.
But I'm just like, my tongue is just like tied today. Thank you so much. I forgot to tell people, why Mommy's Corner. A little bit, I want to say a little bit about Mommy's Corner. Mom's Corner was found by my baby sister, Faiza. I don't know if she's here or not. And when the pandemic started, Faiza is the executive director of GBS. So when the pandemic started, we were like, a lot of mom, in the community did not know where to go. I mean, everything was shut down. And we were like, and our community, we like to go out, we like to do things. We grew up community who always gather together no matter what. There's always event going on in every weekend. As you know, we always see each other once a week or once a month or twice a month. There's always something going on in the community, whether it's a wedding, whether it's a party, whether it's or something. So Faiz and I were like, what are we going to do? And the schools were told parents, there's going to be, learning at home schools. And we were like, how about if we start something like parents can just come in and talk about their feelings or whatever they wanted to talk about it. And first we were like, let's do it for the Somali parent. And then we're like, no, let's just do it for everybody, every mom, every mom, whoever she is, whether she speaks Somali or don't speak Somali, whatever thing. And then we did it. First day, we're like 4 parents showed up, and then they start trickling in every week. Every Saturday, we started like 3 o'clock, and then we moved the time for 4 o'clock. Now we're at 5 o'clock because of the prayer time. And this platform helped a lot of parents. And then we start thinking of, hey, why not if we bring different, people who work in the community, people who look like them and speak like them, and we start speaking about mental health and counseling and marriage. And last week we talked about intimacy in marriage, and oh my God, next time we knew it just explode. Women like to get together and talk no matter where we at. And wallahi, alhamdulillah, I mean, here we are today. We have Shukri, who's our own kind in running for office, and Hamdi is going to be here, and also some of our community workers are here, to speak about what inspired them to be, in this space. And Shukri, I have a question for you. What did inspire you to be the woman you are today? I mean, as Somali women, we always look up to our parents, because Somali women I feel like, you know, being a Somali woman, it's it has its own strength, regardless. You know, somehow we have this ability of being strong, always push the envelope. And I have seen that, you know, in our community, from refugee camp from Otanga to the White House. But where do you get your inspiration beside Allah? I know that, you know, because we trust Allah. I know that. But as a woman, who inspired you?
Yeah, thank you, Saad, for that question. I think it's a question that I think a lot about. And obviously, you know, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala kind of is the ultimate guide into sort of how our destinies evolve. And so I honor that truth in my life. And I'm also cognizant of, you know, the women in my life who have been incredibly inspiring. Including my mother, first and foremost. I think for many of us, right, we always begin with our mothers. And
Yes.
it sound, you know, sometimes it's cliche-ish, right? But it's not, you know, honestly. And it's because my father died when I was about 4 years old. And when he died, my mother was 7 months pregnant with 3 children under the age of 4. And then 2 months after that, the Somali Civil War happened. And I'm not sure how she did it. I think she often talks about community and the helpers who were able to come along and support us as we were trying to flee the conflict. But somehow she found the energy and the courage and the strength to get us out of that conflict and help us to resettle to the camps of Kenya, where many of us have lived in for a number of years. We spent about 6 years there. And I think I remember this vividly. She would every day, you know, bang on the doors of UN officials and say, you know, my children, you know, we've been here for 6 years. One of my daughters has a heart condition. There's something wrong with her. We need to get out of here. We need to go to America. And because of her persistence, we were able to resettle to the US in 1996. She figured out so many systems, often alone, because we didn't have support system growing up here in the States. And I'm not sure sort of how she did it, but I'm pretty sure that one of the reasons why is because she was led by faith, right? She was walking in faith and was committed to making sure that her children had access to opportunities that she didn't have. And I also remember, you know, when I was doing Running Start, she would pick me up from high school, take me to the college, wait in the parking lot, pick me up from the college, take me back to the high school. So just things like that. I think she's been my biggest inspiration and one of the whys for my everything. And then just women. I'm inspired by women. I'm inspired by women of color. I'm inspired by Black women. The slate of Black women who ran in 2020, including Kirsten Harris Talley and State Senator Tawana Nobles, and just these incredible women who took the risk and were brave and who won. And so there's a lot of lessons to be learned there.
Thank you so much. That's amazing. Yeah, I always knew like Somali women are the backbone of our country in our existence, period, because without them, I don't think we will be here today. That's why I love being a Somali woman, and I carry that pride with me every single day, everywhere I go, because we get that, you know, drive from them, you know, because when you just said my mom, what your mom did, I remember 1993 when we got here in this country, my mother will take us to the library. She didn't even speak the language, and she will just take us there. And we didn't have ESL classes like the kids have nowadays, you know. We didn't have ESL person who represent the community back then. And we lived in rural area in Kentucky, for God's sake, of all places. We were the first Somali refugees in that state. So yeah, I mean, Somali women are amazing. And of course, you have a daughter. What is your wish for your daughter?
Saad is trying to make me cry right now. Stop it.
I know. I'm just saying it's an International Women's Day.
No, I love that question. And I have many wishes for my daughter, for your daughters, for all of our daughters. And that is that they feel that their potential is limitless, right? That the sky is not even a limit for them, that they can dream and that their dreams are valid. that they can become PhD holders and run for office and facilitate conversations like this, like you are, Suad, and they could chase their wildest dreams and know that she is supported because other folks that came before her have done it, right? And so I want that for my daughter, the possibility to be able to chase whatever wild idea that she has.
Of course.
Inshallah.
Thank you. Thank you so much. You're going to stick around for a couple of questions. I know you have to leave at 5:45, but I have to welcome some other guest speakers. Thank you. Shukriya. Appreciate it. Bye, Ma'anto.
Thank you. Bye.
I see Hamdi. Welcome, Hamdi Abayo. Thank you so much. Hello. I'm going to let Cynthia go, and then I'm going to go. Hamdi, are you going to be next? I saw also, what's her name? Where did she go? Oh my God. I've seen Cynthia. I wanted to welcome Cynthia, my colleague, my boss. I've been knowing Cynthia for the last 5 years in my life. And Cynthia has one daughter, and she's a wonderful, amazing human being who I've met, and I love her dearly. I just want to welcome Cynthia.
Ditto, Suad, thank you.
You're so welcome.
Thank you for welcoming me into your space. I am a first generation Mexican American, and I got to Washington in 2016, but I grew up in California, and a job change brought me to Washington. So my husband got a job out here, and he's like, "Do you want to move to Washington?" I'm like, "Yes, please. I don't want to be in California anymore." But my background is in social work, and I just yesterday my license posted here in Washington State, so I'm a licensed clinical social worker officially in Washington State, which is really exciting. But I really thank you. I really have a passion for mental health and children and families, and working specifically in California is working with women in the Latinx community. And that's kind of how I found Open Arms, and working with, I happened to know the manager at the time of the Birth Doula Services program. So we had met in, thank you, Leah. We had met in California, and I was talking to them about what I wanted, and really what I wanted was to work in a community-based setting. I was working in a community-based organization in California, and wanted to, for me, my desire is to create a world that I feel kind of like, Shukri, what you were talking about, where like our kids feel limitless, and they could feel like they could explore whatever they want. And it's for me, I think just creating a world where children and families can thrive and they get what they need is really something that's at the core of my heart. And that's kind of what brought me to Open Arms. And so I was able to meet Suad and a bunch of wonderful people. And when I walked into a training at for Open Arms, and I was like, what is this world? This is great. Everybody's just so nice to each other. Wonderful. So I kind of just fell in love with everyone there, and I've, pretty much been around. So at the moment, I'm the director of programs, and I support all the perinatal and lactation support services there. And I really, I'm invested in reflective practices throughout all of what I do, and infant mental health and birth, and just whatever I can do, I think, in my life to support people, or like my little corner of what I could do to make this world just better, I think, for people, and have people have access to what they need. I think that's kind of where I see my, like, what I want my little footprint in the world to be. So let me see. I don't think I have a lot more. I mean, I'm a reflective consultant with King County as well, so I support other mental health providers in their practice. and I don't know, it's really interesting. Find it really difficult to talk about myself, but I can talk about the wonderful work that we do at Open Arms. We provide doula services, and we provide lactation support counselor to communities. And we really, I think it's just so important to provide the support that people need and meet people where they're at. And I really appreciate that the work that I do and the people that I work with really supports that piece. So I think that's it. Suad. For me, I just thank you everybody for coming and listening to me for a bit. I got to work on this, Suad. I told her, I was like, I'm not the best speaker, but I'm working on it.
And I did miss your blog, Mommy blog, last week on Instagram.
That's right. That's right.
Yeah. Who inspired you in your life?
I think, I grew up with a single mom, and so she raised 4 kids, and she raised 4 really strong kids. But she would tell me, like, you could do whatever you want. You could do whatever you want. Don't let anybody stop you. It doesn't matter. Just keep going. And I think that was something that really stuck with me. The only thing is that there's people around you, there's systems, there's people that make it very difficult. And so I think that I had for a lot of my some of my family is still undocumented. And so I think that, there was lots of systems that even with my mom, that it was very difficult to do certain things. But I think my mom really encouraged me to push whatever and to push through as much as I could. And she enforced education. And so for me, that was the thing, right? To go to school and to better myself. And that's what she would say is I don't want you to work as hard as I did.
Yes.
And so my mom was a janitor at the same company for 35 years. And that's what she did. She grinded double shifts. Sometimes she would work 20 hours a day. So she would be wearing the same clothes, come home, make sure we had food, and then would go, right? And we knew we have to take care of ourselves because my mom's doing what she can. And so I think that really for me, it's okay, I'm gonna take the opportunities that I had and I'm gonna do something with it. And then my mom is also a very generous person. So she would she's the person in a heartbeat, if you needed something, she'll find it for you.
Yeah.
So I think that really
inspired
that really shaped me in a lot of ways.
I can tell. So what you want Luna to be when she grows up?
Oh, whatever she wants. I just want her to have the opportunity to be whatever she wants. She's really she's really strong. So I really appreciate that from her.
And she got that from her mom and her grandmother. So of course, it runs in the blood. So
yeah, I think, she's trying out a lot of things. She wants to be a firefighter right now. Sometimes she's Dr. Luna. Sometimes she's Chef Luna. I'm you do whatever you want, my friend. I
like that. Even a firefighter, we like that. We'll take it.
Yeah.
We'll take it. Yes.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Cynthia. I appreciate it. Thank you.
No, thank you.
Thank you. Okay, ladies, we have Hamdi. I had another speaker, but I can't see her right now. I think she left. She might be back because I don't want to kick somebody out. I'm just afraid. So we have Hamdi. Hamdi, my friend, my baby. Let me see. I know you sent me your bio, and I'm not going to read all of them. I'm just going to introduce you, and you'll take it over. Hamdi, it's a longtime colleague, just like Shugri and I. We go a long way back in the Somali community. Hamdi is currently working King County Office Equality and Social Justice Policy Advisor. Hamdi, welcome. You can take the rest from here. I know your bio is long too, so I'm not taking it. I'm not gonna read it.
You never know how to send those bios.
I know, right? The bios are beautiful. I'm like, guys.
Yeah, right?
Thanks for coming. Appreciate it.
Yeah, no, thank you for inviting me. It's great to share space with everyone who's here. Again, my name is Hamdi Mohammed. My pronouns are she and her. And I can share a little bit about who I am, and then it sounds like so either you're asking Q&As.
Yes.
So yeah, I work for the King County Office of Equity and Social Justice. I'm a policy advisor there. And prior to joining King County, I worked for U.S. Congresswoman Jayapal as her deputy district director. And not sure if we're talking politics, but I'm also running for office this year.
Oh yes, yep. That I need you to mention that too. Yes, this is the
it's the right space for it. Okay.
The right space for it.
Awesome. Yeah, I'm running for the Seattle Port Commission this year, and I'm super excited about the race. Two reasons I'm running. One of them is there's currently not any port commissioners who live in South King County. I am a longtime resident of South King County, right? Cities like Kent, SeaTac, and Tukwila and so forth. And so, regional representation really matters. Lived and grew up in South King and in Seattle and, all over this region, but really want to bring our voices and perspective to the port. And we are coming out of a pandemic. And I think now more than ever, we really need strong leadership at all levels of government. And at the county, I, advise and monitor the $12 billion budget. I was responsible for managing our $3 million COVID-19 response funds. And so I will bring my expertise and experience there. Experience. And so I'm looking forward to that. And today is a really important conversation to talk about women. I have so many incredible women in my life, a lot of them in this room. I see Mama Sada's in the room.
Yep, I just saw her down there. I'm like, hey, Mama Sada's in the house.
I know, that's right. I think I was like 16 years old when I started volunteering.
Volunteering at the community.
Thank you. I'm glad you joined that. Thank you so much. Yeah.
House.
Thank you.
Yeah, well, I have so many people who's inspired me, like Mama Sada was in the room. And so, yeah, thank you for the opportunity to share.
You're welcome, Habibti. So my question is that I know a lot of women inspire you, but who was the most that has inspired you that you look up to?
I mean, I think that's an easy one for me. It's my mama, right? Somali moms are just
Somali moms. Oh yeah.
It's my mom, her friends, all the aunties I grew up around, right? Who constantly told you about your beauty, your strength, your power, who would always push me forward and just really tell me I could be whatever I wanted to be. And similar to Cynthia, I watched my mom, work at SeaTac Airport, come home and change, and go work at a daycare center in Kent. Yeah. And so she was constantly pushing herself. I saw her, not only do those jobs, but then in the evenings, take classes to learn how to speak English, and was always pushing herself forward and encouraging us to also work really hard. And so to see someone like herself and to grow around those sort of, see her work ethics, it really shapes who I am today. My work ethics and drive really comes from that. And especially now when I know how difficult it is for us to navigate the systems that are in place in this country, right? I'm always like, God, I mean, it was a struggle getting my first job. It was a struggle getting into college. And for her to be able to do what she was able to do at that time with such, limited resources and not knowing how to navigate the system, I look back now and I'm always like in awe and just bowing down to her, right? And so she's a phenomenal woman, and there's a generation of phenomenal women that she also shares, right? It's my stories that she would share about my grandma, and I didn't get the privilege of meeting my grandparents, but the stories that she would share about them, and the sort of triumphs and stuff that they went through and survived, and their resilience is just like it pushes me forward. And a lot of the times people always ask, you're always juggling so many different things. And I'm like, yes, because my mama used to juggle so many things, right?
That's what we do. We juggle many things because our parents, we get that from them. Yeah, we do.
Yeah, that's what it called as a Somali woman. Yeah. You can do it.
Yeah.
My mom always used to say, she has a Somali proverb, and whenever it's International Women's Day, or if it's, Equal Women's Day pay, I always think about it. It's Naglaan wa Naflaan, and
Yep,
it means
I like that
without
one.
a woman is to be without life. It should be like Naglaan wa Naflaan, to be without a woman is to be without life. And that mantra sticks in my head all the time. And I think that, right, in rooms that I walk into where, at times you feel somewhat powerless, right? You might be the only Black woman, you might be the only Muslim woman, you might be the only young person or young woman, right? Yeah. And I always sit in those rooms when I am in those rooms, and especially when, you're talking about money and budgets, billion-dollar budgets, I'm always like, to be without a woman is to be without life. I'm supposed to be in this room. I'm supposed to be here right now, and I'm going to step into my power and speak on it,
Go girl, go girl. That's what we wanted.
Go girl. I think somebody in this room once, I was in, and I don't know if that was her or not, said that I was in a room with her and she was doing something. And then she said, if you walk in a room full of men, walk in that room like you own the room. I don't know if that person is in here or not. Was it you, Shukri? Walk in that room like you own that room. I don't know who was it, but I remember that woman telling me that one time. And since then, I remember every time I go in a room, whether it's a meeting or not, first of all, I always sit in the front. Even if I'm late, I will be finding the first chair that's open in the front. Even if I'm late, I'll be sitting there. So, yeah. You said
Dad, I don't know if that's something that I said, but it definitely sounds like something I would say.
Yeah, walk like you own the room. Yeah, I remember that. Somebody said that to me. Naklaan wa naflaan. I'm going to put that quote in Facebook. You know how I'll always like to collect quotes and put it in Facebook, positive votes. Naklaan wa naflaan. Ragad na igadawa kini sa manta dawati. Alhamdulillah. You're going to get me trouble with the Somali guys. So thank you so much, Hamdi. Stick around for a couple of questions because I want to hear from Mama Zahra, our own mother. You guys welcome Mama Zahra. Mama Zahra is the founder of the Somali, can I say founder? Because you know me, I'll be all like, yes.
One of founder.
There's no guys in here, so I can say that, right? Yes, thank you.
Yeah, don't care about guys. Whatever you want to say, you do it. Yeah, go. Yeah.
Mama Zahra, my friend, my dear friend, my closest friend, is a founder of Somali community. This is the woman when I have in trouble, I return to her. When I'm having an issue, no matter what, I stop by the office or I call her on the phone or whatever is going on in the community. I'm always looking answer, from her, and we all know her and we all turn to her, and she always have a home for us in the community. So, and today I call her 2 hours before and then she say, I will be there. And that's what I love about her. No matter what, she always supports us.
Well, I will do it.
Thank you for coming.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you, Suad, and thank you, Shukri. Thank you, Hamdi. I don't know how many people in the live and the beach, but sorry about it. I was kind of a little bit late because somehow I say I have to go meet it, I have to go. See, today's our female time. So I just want to say thank you, everybody. And this is what we wanted to, and I know I'm kind of a little bit late and I know everybody already say something, but the Power Woman is like something that you love to do. And that's as a mom, we go through a lot of struggle, a lot of things, but we can go ahead and survive. I always listen in a Somali, and a song that Sade does and called what she, about Somali female, how strong she is. And I just want to say thank you, Suad, who invited me today. And I just want to say thank you, Hamdi. Thank you, Shukri. You guys doing a great job. And I would love say that because we need a woman to come and do something and keep going. But one thing I just want to love is to always not to forget you carrying a Somali name, because every time they see, they always say, oh, Somali woman, Somali person doing that. So one thing I always do, no matter what I do, I always make sure our reputation to say, okay, hey, I'm carrying my Somali thing. And I don't want people to say, oh, they don't do this and they don't do that, they don't play all those kind of stuff. I say, no, we can do it. We can do, we try, we can do it. And I don't know if I can maybe ask me anybody question or anything, but I just would love to be part of the day. And International Women's Day, I love that. And I just want to say thank you for everybody.
Thank you, Abay Sahra. Thank you so much. Abay Sahra, can you say a little bit about how long you've been the director of Somali Community Services?
Somali community, I've been there for a lot of different positions. But the director of Somali community, at least maybe this time, almost close to 7 years.
Mm-hmm.
First time I was a senior program, youth program, a lot of different programs that I did. And one thing I be a part of that because I used to be doing a metro company, making good paycheck, but I see how our family, our Somali people was struggling at that time. When you don't speak the language, when you don't know the system, when you don't have anybody to support you, we stand up and say, why we don't have a center that people we can help in the language. I quit my job. I was getting good paycheck, but I chose not to get paid to help your people. It's been, since I work with the community center, almost 27 years. And I'm still saying, hey, I'm tired. I'm getting old. I want to get off. I want to retire.
You're not retired. You're not going to retire. Hell no.
So as a community center is the place that I always call a place because you always see somebody always need your help. Come into that door. If you can at least give me anything that maybe whatever that time, we do our best to serve. But if we cannot do the more than that, we can help at least to find a place that they can get help. So it's been a long time, but yeah, still hanging there.
You are not quitting. Abay Sahra, what inspired you to be the woman you are today? Who?
Like Hamdi say, always a mom. Always a mother.
I don't even know why I picked this question today. I always knew, but I just wanted to hear it because it's International Women's Day. I just wanted to highlight that our mothers, even though we don't think enough every day. I just wanted to highlight today just to remember them as well.
Yeah, because one thing today was happening to me, and it's just blessing. I was washing clothes at the laundry, and I picked up the phone and I called my mom and I said, Mom, today I know it's a Saturday. I didn't call you the day before because she lived in Minneapolis with my brother. And I called her and she was blessing me and you duceynayso khayr Allah gabadhaasa wax kasta oo mar kasto idil iga xad wax kasto. Always when I'm thinking, always idil ay waxay siiso. So she was almost into ducadan lagu shubays. And she said, oh, see, I told you, she is the one who's blessed. And I remember when I used to, back home, we used to run in basketball, music, all those community things. I remember she used to say that, no, don't go there. Don't do this one. But I say, oh, Mom, this is not like that. We can do it. And she come to me and support me. No matter what I say after that, she said, okay, let's go. So I take you there. Let's go. We go together. So it's always his mom. So I give him 100%. It's my mom.
Ilahi walidintina jannadi firdaus Allah ka warabiyo.
Amen. Amen. Amen.
Thank you, Abay Sahra.
No problem.
Thank you, Habibti. Thank you, Habibti. Stay put. We have a couple of questions. I want to welcome this time a friend of ours. Her name is Darnisha Wary. She's a Black business owner. I have a bunch of bio, like I said earlier today. I'm not going to read it. So Darnisha, please welcome my friend. Where are you?
I'm right here.
All right.
Can you see?
Yes, I can see you, darling. Welcome, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, thank you.
Darnisha Wary? Darnisha Wary. Yeah, yay.
Yes.
Thank
Darnisha,
you.
that's correct. Yeah.
Have you ever been to your coffee shop? Where is it located? Well, tell us about it.
Yeah, so hi, thank you so much for having me here. Like, I already feel so welcomed and I love everything everyone has said. My name is Darnie Shawiri and I own a coffee shop in Shoreline, so in Shoreline, Washington. So a business owner. I'm also a racial equity consultant. I have my own business and I go around travel. Well, I used to travel around, but I still work with large organizations on their equity work and just basically looking at areas in their organizations that have barriers in place for Black and Brown people, and we work towards making sure we disrupt those things to give access to everyone. So that's the work that I do. I am a mom. I have a 21-year-old. I have a sophomore at Western Washington University, and so he's there. He comes home to eat. A lot.
Really?
All the time. And I have a 17-year-old daughter who's a senior in high school that's getting ready to head off to college in a couple of months, actually. So, and I have a husband. We've been married for 22 years. And so, being a wife and a mom and a business owner and an entrepreneur, I mean, it's been hard. It actually other women in especially that you actually can do it all. You actually can own a business, you can work in the community, you can raise your children, you can do all these wonderful things in life, and no one should ever stop you. So that's really what keeps me going in my work. But we have a coffee shop that we just opened in the Shoreline area called Black Coffee. So one of the first Black-owned coffee shops in this area, and it's been great. We love it. So yeah, I'm happy to be here at International Women's Day. So
See, Black women can always do everything. We all do it all. It's like do this, we business owners, we do that, we do this, we do this, we did that. Yep, we always do it all. Danisha, what?
Actually left. I think she's having technical difficulties.
She did.
She got kicked out maybe.
Well, since I have you, Zainab, and you are also one of the moms, tell us
On the
about
spot, yes.
yourself.
What's that?
Tell us a little bit about yourself, of course. You're a part of Mommy's Corner.
Oh my God. Assalamu alaikum, first of all. Hi, everyone.
Wow.
So good to see everyone. Shukri, you look so much more beautiful in person. I'm just, I usually see your pictures on social media, but it's so nice to meet you and in your presence. Same as Hamdi and Mama Zahra and all the important ladies that joined us today. Oh, wow. Yeah, so I am a mom to three energetic, beautiful boys. For right now, I'm a stay-at-home / working from home mom, as I'm sure most of everyone is. But I work with GPS as well. I'm their graphic designer, social media person. Sorry for my background.
Don't know that one.
Yeah, I just I'm taking a break from school right now. Before I went into motherhood, I was on pre-med track, medicine. That's what I would like to pursue in the future. But I got my bachelor's degree from UW with diversity, and I wanted to take some time off to be with the kids at home. But I have my own blog. I'm learning a lot of skills. I'm kind of like a tech geek. I didn't imagine myself to be that way, but alhamdulillah, I built my own blog. I have a motherhood blog. And so, I'm very excited about that. And just, so that's what I've been up to.
Oh yeah, guys, you should check it out. Her blog, it makes you cry. Yeah. Some of these stay-at-home moms, things they do, guys, it's so crazy. I wish I don't have the experience because I never enjoyed the stay-at-home moms. But Zainab, can you leave your mommy's blog on the chat, please?
Sure, I'll do that. Inshallah. Yep.
Zainab, who inspire you in your life? Who do you look up to? Besides, of course, Allah. You're muted. The boys probably mute you.
I muted myself, sorry.
Okay.
Yes, a lot of women, that question is loaded. Mom, yes, I agree with everyone. You are one of the women who also inspires me. I know Saad personally because she's my sister, but she's one of the most resilient people I know. She's very strong, very generous.
Let's talk about me though today.
Very generous. Yes, so I just the strengths that she has, I really admire that. I appreciate that. She's very personable, and of course my mom, she raised 7 daughters, so it's just and motherhood here versus motherhood there. I'm just, you know, motherhood anywhere is hard, but motherhood in Somalia is just wow. So our moms are heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I just my sisters as well, and you know, I really value their strength, young and old. I respect like the strength that they all have in different ways.
Thank you, Senya. Thank you, Abay. I appreciate it. Don't forget to put this blood on the bottom. Thank you. Hamdi, where are you? Not other Hamdi. I have another Hamdi that was here. She was okay, I can find her. Where did she go? She was supposed to be here today. Okay, Jamila Farole, I'm gonna let you talk and then I'm gonna ask questions. Jamila, where are you?
Oh my God. Assalamualaikum. I didn't know I was in this.
Salam, Abaya, how are you?
Alhamdulillah, good.
Tell us a little bit about yourself. What do you do for the community? And yeah.
I'm a social worker. Well, I got my degree in social work from the University of Washington. I'm currently a child and family therapist. And I've, you know, done a lot of different type of community activism work. I don't know what else to say.
Who do you look up to, Jamila? Who inspires you in your life?
Let me see.
And don't say me.
It would be my mom, of course, just like everybody else. And my dad also, just like, because I feel like a lot of times we don't give our dads enough credit, but like our dad, like, especially in education wise, like, I feel like he's always been an inspiration to us, me and my 6 sisters. Like, he, even in Somalia, like he was working at the US Embassy. He worked at the education, Somalia, like educational department or embassy. And yeah, and he, you know, continued doing that work and even went to college when he came here while raising a family. And also my mom, just the way she raised us, all of us, and all the sacrifices that she's constantly made. And the fact that my parents were always telling us, you know, that to, you know, pursue your education, don't worry about anything. Like, we didn't have to work when we were in school, like me and my sisters. And so they took on that burden of, like, you know, not having to work and going to school at the same time, which I feel like was a privilege for all of us. And just saying always, constantly, like if you failed a class or something, just saying, keep going, don't give up, you know. So I really look up to my parents for both their resilience and strength, and for always cheering us on and being our biggest cheerleader.
Thank you so much, Jamila. That's amazing. Yeah,
Thank you.
Our parents are amazing and resilient, wallahi. You know, after coming from a war-torn country and going through a lot of PTSDs and, you know, trauma. Yeah, they're amazing. So we have a few minutes, guys, and I want to open up for answer Q&A. If anybody has a question, answer. We have a Hamdi. I think Shukri left. She has to be somewhere. Cynthia is here still. Mama Sahar is here. Anybody have a question, burning question, you can ask.
Is this open to the floor is open?
Floor is open.
Okay. You know, Sister Darnisha is back. I see. I just wanted to ask her, are they thinking about franchising, like, or is Shoreline the only spot right now? I'm really interested in that.
Hi, yes. So can you hear me?
Yes.
I'm sorry, I'm in my car because I just closed the shop. We will be franchising. So we're working on that right now and what that will look like, because we actually haven't done that before. And so we're working with a legal team and kind of putting that together, but we will be franchising by the end of this year.
That would be great, because we need some South, you know that, right?
Yes, one will be in the South End, that's for sure. Like, we'll be opening a location in the South End in July.
That's
awesome. Yeah, great.
Yeah.
Can you say what city, or just in the South right now?
It'll be in the South right now. I can't say exactly where right now, but probably in a couple of weeks, we'll be able to say where. But we're super excited. We'll be hiring. So I'll let you know, we'll be hiring a new group of young, anyone basically that wants to learn how to be a barista. We'll bring them in even with no experience and train them.
Oh, wow.
That is awesome.
I will let the students know also. I work with few youth in the community. I have your information, so I'll let them know.
Please, yes, we want all the youth. My whole staff is youth. They're all under 18 and it's great. So
That's amazing. Thank you.
yeah.
So sister, I forgot to ask you a question earlier because we got caught up. What inspired you or who inspired you to be this resilient woman you are? Of course, I know you're a Black woman. It's in our DNA. And so, yeah.
I would say that again, my mom, my grandmother, my grandma, I saw my grandma work past retirement just to make sure her family was taken care of. I also saw my mom work and also like cook good meals for us and keep our house clean and like just do all of these things. And I didn't realize how hard that was until I started doing it and just the strength that they have. And I would say now my biggest person I look up to is my teenage daughter, because she's so resilient and she's so smart and she's just wonderful. And so I love her resilience. And even when I'm tired, you know, some days I just come home and I'm tired, but she will just pick up kind of where I left off and keep it moving. So I totally appreciate her for that and look up to that.
I like that. That's very good. Yeah, that's very good. I like that. That's amazing. Yes. Teenagers, sometimes they can surprise you.
Yes, they can. Although she can't do her, you know, her chores all the time. We still have that issue, but
sometimes walking like, you die in this room. Somebody died in this room. Oh my God.
Yes, we still have those issues, but for the most part, like I do love her resilience and her tenacity.
Me too. I have a 15-year-old. She's a straight A student and I'm proud of her very, very well. I'm like, yeah, keep up the good thing. Someday she wants to throw out the towel and I'm like, what can I do for you? Okay, I'll go buy it. And so yeah, keep up the student. Yeah.
Yep, that's it. Yeah, that's her. And my daughter does all of our social media. Like she does all of my marketing for our company. So like it's just amazing to watch. So yeah.
Good. So Hamdi, what do you need from us, your community, to stand by you, to support you? What do you need?
Hamdi Mohammed?
Yeah, I know you. The other Hamdi, I lost her because she's also a businesswoman and she was going to announce her business today. So I forgot, I lost her.
Okay, Hamdi Mohammed. Okay, so well, as far as support with the campaign is what I'm assuming.
Okay,
yeah. Follow us on social media platforms. We're sharing a lot of information. and on the website, hamdiforport.com. Okay. You can see what our platform is. It's really centered in
put it down
community.
Here on the chat too, so the ladies can support you.
Okay, yeah, I can include that in the
chat room.
Add it to the chat. And so, yeah, we're focusing on, fundraising. A big part of campaigns is raising funds to help get your message out there, and so people can hear about your platform and what you're thinking. And again, our campaign is really centered around our community, and the platform has been, built by our neighbors and small businesses that have been impacted by governmental policies. And so economic, development is a big area I'm focusing on. Building an inclusive workforce is another area that we'll be focusing on, and of course, climate issues. Like I said, I live in South King County in SeaTac, where the airport is, and the community that's been here has really been impacted by the air pollution, noise pollution. And so we really want to bring that to the center of discussions. And we know that, climate issues are very much connected to economic issues. And, so, we need to be able to share those stories, share the message. And if I get elected, that's a seat for the community, when I get elected, you got to
you don't say if, when you get
yes. When I get elected, that's a seat for
elected.
Yes, we have to be positive when you get elected.
Yeah.
Thank you so much. Thank you for the opportunity and hearing from everyone.
You are so great, and we're here for you. We're right next to you. Whatever you need, you know how to reach out, and we'll reach out to you as well too when the time comes, and things get moving on, and hopefully COVID will be lifted. Our state will go to what is it called, phase 3 or whatever.
Yeah.
We can go out and go door to door, or those things we used to normally do when people used to run for things. Yeah, inshallah. Anybody have question for any of our guest speakers today, ladies? You got about a minute or two before we let you guys go. I know it's Saturday, you need to get back to your families.
would just say, like, if you're running for office, like, I would love to use our restaurant as a place to help push your campaign, raise money, fundraise. Any Black woman running for office, we will endorse and support. So please reach out so we can amplify your message. We got to get you elected. So whatever we can do to get you elected, I will do. Whatever. So let's connect.
I
Make
will
it happen.
send you a message right now for your number.
Yes, let's make it happen.
Yep, put it on the chat so she can get it. If not,
Yes.
I'll text you. I have her number. So yeah, we gotta get her down to get elected. Yep,
Yes.
exactly. Ma'am Sarah, any last word? Any in deep, thoughts of advice you wanted to throw?
Yeah, actually, I just want to say thank you, and hope everything is gonna be okay. But most of the time, I just want to say, keep up the good work,
Mhm.
especially as a female, we can do it. And I just want to say thank you. I don't know. Sometimes if I say something, I'm gonna be messing up something I know, but I just want to say thank you for inviting us to.
Yeah.
Yeah. Thank you.
For me, as a Saad, my last word is that sisterhood is very important to me. For me, I always look for that sisterhood, love, connection, support one another, stand by one another, and, be there for each other, and as Black and brown women, people thought of us like, they can't do it. But history showed this past few years that we can do it. We proved that we can do it. Stacey Adams, you saw her, what she did, you guys. So in other Black, brown women showed history what we can't do. And sisterhood is important to me. And people who know me in this community know that I push that always, being together, whether you're Muslim, Christian, Jew, or whatever, or who you are, or what sex, or whatever you are, togetherness. If we come together and have one common goal, we can conquer the world. That's how I believe. And that's what my motto is every single day, be together, help each other, support each other, be one, and let's conquer the world. So that's all I have to say. And thank you for coming. Hamdi, good luck. Of course, I'll reach out to you, and whatever you want it, we got you here. So thank you, ladies. Have a good night. As always, Mommy's Corner every Saturday from 5 to 6. Thanks, ladies. Love you all. Bye.
Bye. Thank you, Suad.
Welcome.
Bye, ladies.